took a few photos of me, just a few shots, random photos, and said, actually, these are the photos that came out really good. I posted 2 of them online, my 2 favorite photos, that same night. And Emmanuel Jumbo, a great photographer, that time he was photographing for True Love East Africa, yeah. But he had a whole of budget. I did was on a Friday. So the same week that he started following my Instagram. The photo that we did, so apparently, just happened to fit in the exact niche of what they were doing that next month on True Love East Africa, which is basically love your body, embrace your body in whatever form it is. It was just like a self-love edition. When I posted this photo, the photo I was talking about, the 2 photos, he just commented, he liked and commented and said, are you free on Monday for a shoot? I'm like, just like that? I didn't even apply. I didn't even ask. Like, the universe just aligned everything so well that things just fell into place. There are things I wanted to do. Oh, I wanted to do it, and I'm always fighting so aggressively, but I never get them. But the things I'm meant to do just fall and line up. The environment was good. Guess what we were doing? Something I've never done in my whole life. The creative behind it wanted to do like all this, all this Barbados, the festival they do, that festival where they do like the really cute bras with the accessories, and they do a lot of crowns and all that. She just wanted that whole carnival pizzazz. That's the vibe she was going for. And they got us like the lingerie, the really good, colorful lingerie. They were trying to make it a bit extra, and then like a bodysuit, because to make us a bit comfortable too. Something I have never done in my whole life. But the crew that came together were people that made me just feel so comfortable. They were professional. The makeup artist made my face up, and I was looking. The hair lady, she did my hair. I've never seen my hair looking like that. It would look so good. Like, the confidence level was pew! And then the lingerie was really good quality. That was like one of the first times I actually saw a really good bra. It was not really in my size. She got the band right, but the cap wrong. Funny thing, it worked in my favor because it gave me this really round boobs. Anyways, getting redirected. So that shoot happened. They published it. I was on it. I actually got it and cut it and framed it. Next, after I finished my education in campus, there was a spacing there, yeah? As I completed my campus education, I was now doing an internship, the one you do before you graduate. So I got an internship. It was at the Two Rivers Mall. And at lunchtime, I just go around and check out the stores. Everything was just so new at Two Rivers that time. It was just come up and things were still being developed. And now even the staff there became my friends, the friends at Carrefour, the people at Levi's. I just had a bunch of friends there. I used to go on the free I'm a really social person, actually. Online, I am not, but in person, I think my vibe does not lie. One of these days, this shop I had never been to, My Calves Kenya. So they changed their display and they brought this bralette. It was like a bra, but then that had a little bit of an extension to the bottom. So it was like a bra top. It was just really cute. And it had the pink and light blue flower. Oh, it was just really cute. So they put it out on display. I'm just passing there and I keep, this is a cute bra. But they'll never have it in my size. That was my thought. I checked down there, they wrote D2K cap. I'm like, wait, a K-cup actually exists? I might actually find my size. You know what? I'm going in. I had zero money, just transport to go home. But I still went in, checked out the bra. I found Wendy. She was around that day. Wendy is the CEO, the owner of the shop, great visionary. So I found her and she was very welcoming. Come on in, yeah. Because I had a push-up bra and a cover bra to hold up the push-up bra. I was double bra'd because that was my struggle. I could never find the right bra. Cup size fits, bun size doesn't. Bun size fits, cup size doesn't. I'd never found a match in all my life so far. So I'm thinking like she's gonna go like, girl. But then she's like, surprisingly, you're not the first person to come in here like that. People struggle with this thing all the time. Just need to know their bra size. She helped me, she checked my band, she helped me measure my cup, and then she told me, would you like to try on the bra? So you can see and feel how the perfect size feels like or looks like on you. And I was like, I ain't got no money. I saw the price tag, I ain't got no money. And she was like, I tried it on. And my boobs just fit in what felt like a bag made for them. The perfect bag made for them. My boobs just sat in there and they were like, I found my home. Anyways, see, I'm getting distracted again. Basically, just as we were talking about it, I'm like, the last time I found something even close to this was for that time we did the carnival shoot. It just popped up randomly in the conversation. She was like, huh, so you're a model? I didn't even think I was a model at this point. A model? I have been featured on a magazine, an East African magazine, top selling East African magazine. I must be a model. I had a whole page to myself. So I'm like, yeah, I'm a model. Kinda. And she was like, good thing. Because they had previously done a shoot with a model, but they had like a petite model, you know? When you put out a model ad, people who really apply are like the typical models. So she was really slim and naturally slim. It was not really selling to the bigger cups because they'll be like, this is a really nice bra, but I don't think it can fit me, you know. It was not really appealing to the bigger cups. She'll be like, yeah, we have the bigger cups, but nobody has really seen this in practice. They've only seen it on a small model. So nobody really believes this marketing yet. And she was like, so I think we can help each other out. She said, let's collaborate. Perfect deal. I work at the mall. No need to like get extra special time for this. On my off time, I will just come and we'll do a shoot. And that's exactly what we did. Actually wasn't scared because the space was intimate. And the first person to do my shoot that time was Mama Olive. Had this sweet, soft, feminine vibe, bubbly vibe. It was just so, oh. And then, oh my God, the sweetest thing, her dad came and she got the baby for her daughter to work. Cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. They're so close. It was just so adorable. I'm like, oh. It was just like one shot. I think we got it. One shot. I think we got it. Let me not lie to you. All those really fire photos were the fire. And they sold lingerie for plus size. Because they'll be like, huh, now I see the vision on a big cup. You know? And that's how our partnership started. After that, I have actually never really actively pursued for a modeling role. Things just fall in place. Things really just fall in place because I did take time off. Like, I didn't take time off because I wasn't really doing it, but I never really looked for another modeling gig. I was okay with that one. And then there was this time someone just called me and they told me they're casting people, just send some photos. Then I sent some photos. They called me. I went to Ajuma Studios. We took photos, like not professional photos. It was a headshot and no side profile and all that. I didn't get called for that job. I then saw the ad on TV, which means that they actually picked people and they did the shoot and the ad and everything. But I saw it running and I knew like that's why they never really called me back. Oh well. Someday randomly chilling, I see a call from a Juma agency and they ask me, are you free? I say, yeah, sure, I'm free. And they were like, okay, so a brand has seen you from those other shots and they're interested to work with you. I say, oh really, what brand? They say Unilever. First of all, I know I got tats. I got tats everywhere. I got tattoos on my body, on my legs. I got tattoos going on for days. And I know Unilever is one of those companies where like PR is everything. And I'm thinking, in case it comes to worst we're just gonna cover that up with foundation. And we really never got to that. Got there, found the whole crew. That was the most biggest crew I've ever seen in my life. People were everywhere. There were people everywhere. There was some guy behind a Mac PC looking at what's going on. There was some lady with a direct vision. There was another one coming checking on makeup. There was another one checking on, like, a bunch of people. Everybody was doing something. They gave us breakfast. I met some other really sweet models. One of them was mixed dress because they were going for different shades. And the other one was a slim model. So I was the black plus size model. And with the tattoos. And I remember we were doing the shoot in a different place. So the agents from Ajuma came to bring us the contracts. And she was like, wait, you have tattoos? That's the first time she saw it. She was like, I didn't even notice it the other time. I was actually wearing a sleeveless dress. I don't know how she didn't notice. She had like a mini panic. And I'm like, you know what? Don't worry. In case of anything, this one can be covered. Shoot. Nobody will ever see it was there. And she was like, okay, no problem. She was not really convinced. Then this side they start. Then that side they start. And they're like, should I cover them? And then one of the guys was like, what do you mean should we cover them? Just look around in this room. I bet half or more than half of these people have tattoos. Tattoos are no longer like one of those things that people go, got a tattoo, and disqualify you. So like, again, this is God's grace in work. We did the shoot. And then when I went home, I Googled Unilever models, like previous ones. Truth be said, there was no single one with a tattoo. All of them had that clear skin. And I'm there with arms and legs full of tattoos. And guess what? In less than 30 days, my ad was out. And I was the first tattooed Unilever model in history. This is how God's grace works. So that was the first ever photo published of a model with tattoos. And black. Out of Africa. After that, I did like a couple of other shoots. So now I felt like tattoos they don't restrict me. Actually, all my previous jobs, tattoos had never been an issue. This was the first time I was actually scared about like a body modification I made that may have cost me something that I wanted. But it did not. Because that's how God's grace works. It covers everything. Like you're the perfect fit for whatever topic is in question. So after that, I've done a couple of other things. I've done website shoots. I've done a couple. Oh, also this one is worth noting. There's this per one we did. My favorite restaurant is on Kiambu Road, very close to me, very convenient. They have the most amazing burgers, and they have this buy one get one free burger on Monday. I happened to have a bit of cash, and I was like, let's go have some burgers and wine. I'll buy one burger, we get an extra one, so those are 2 meals for one. I went there. It was like around 10 in the morning. It was a very odd time for lunch. They just finished their breakfast crowd and I'm there. I went out the grill. The burgers are smelling good. They brought me the wine. Everything is good. And their manager just came and walked up to me. He was actually really friendly. And he was like, you two are really cute. Valentine's is coming up. We'd like to feature you as our Valentine couple. Just like that. I was not even looking. Opportunity found me. So sometimes it's good to just let fate. They send the photos. They usually send like the photos, not all of them, but some of them send the photos after, and there are those that send before. They send the photos on that evening just before Valentine's. And I checked them out and I was loving them and I couldn't wait for Valentine's Day the next day. As I'm online, I saw, like just how something catches your eye. A post by African Fabrics. In her work, she has set the standards up there. And I read the post, and he said, it was a very subtle line. It's easy to miss, because she wrote the whole description of what they're doing, and then if you'd like to represent your tribe, reach out. Was this there? That last line, I'm like, Let me tell you, deep down, I knew this brand, this big brand, there must be like 300 models lined up waiting for that, I sent her a text and said, I'd love to do a dress for Kikuyu tribe. She said, all right, good. Tell me something about the Kikuyu tribe that I don't know that you feel could add value to the dress. So I wrote everything I know about my tribe. I wrote like, and then like, funny enough, like 2 weeks before, I had suddenly gained interest about our outfits, what clothes the Kikuyus used to wear, the shells. I was really just gaining interest in the loops and the whole look, and I had a whole style book for in case I get married. I have a dress, and it's going to be a Kikuyu traditional dress reimagined into a modern twist. So I had everything previously on my phone. A week before, for no reason, I just gained interest. Turns out, God in motion. Book for what's meant to happen will happen. Just as I'm sitting like this, I DM pop African fabric and designs, and I'm so curious, and I home message immediately, and she's like, yes, we can work together. I'm like, oh, thank you, God. I really had a moment. Oh, I'm like, oh, thank you, God. This is a really great opportunity. Oh my God, I am being dressed by my dreams. I went to my first fitting at African Fabric and Design in Kilimani. It was very pleasant. I met Kate. If you know her, she doesn't really put her face out there. She puts her brand out there. But I had seen bits of her, so I knew it was her. And then she has this aura. You could feel that she's the leader in that place, you know? So I met her, and her presence was so unapologetic. I loved it, like I'm here, you know? And the first one was pretty easy. She did measurements. There was so many measurements. The places that were measured that I didn't even know are measurable. So basically, she did all the measurements, and she said, we'll get back to you. That was it. She doesn't talk much, but she acts. I went, her PA told me about the now fast fitting that we were gonna do. I got there, and there was like this wedding they were swamped with. There was this last minute orders they were doing. So my dress was not really like ready for the tryout. I chilled for some time and I felt comfortable. I waited for a bit, and they did like now the structure of the dress. So now that way they can be able to fit it and make all the enhancements needed. Dress came out, and I'm like, the quality. And then she said, no, this is just the first try. We've not even done anything yet. She did the corset, and the corset just sucked everything in and pushed everything out. What do you mean this is a trial dress? This is the most perfect dress I've ever tried on in my life. My boobs fit inside. No bra. That was the first time I ever wore a dress without a bra. And she said, we need to make some adjustments. There are things I'm not happy with. There are things that work in this dress, and there are those that don't. Like, there are those enhancements that only her could see. Because personally, I thought this dress was already perfect. She said, okay. So now the next day, which was now the final fitting, these things were happening really fast. I don't know if they sleep there, but efficiency. African fabric and design and efficiency. So the next day there was now this grand robe thing that goes over the dress. Basically, it was like a two-in-one dress. I had seen the inner dress, but I had not seen the outer one until she brought it out. And oh my God, guys, oh my God, I have never seen something so royal in my life. It looked like they yanked it out of Bridgerton. I swear that's how it felt like someone just got in Bridgerton and pulled out the most perfect queen dress, and they brought it here, and I was mind blown. I could hardly sleep that night. I was just thinking about that dress. Oh my God, that dress is beautiful. Next day we had a shoot in Westlands. It was at Muma Peaks. I actually left on time, but there was a bit of traffic, so there's a point I had to get off the bus because in book a Bolt border name. So the guy's like, yeah, I don't know this place, but we will find it. Don't worry, I got you. Zoom. 10 minutes to when the shoot is supposed to be, and just zoomed off. Vroom. We found the studio 2 minutes before the exact time I was supposed to be there. I got in. Surprisingly, everybody else was stuck in that traffic. I was the first one there. And then Kate came. Kate is actually very timely. She was the second person there. We're just waiting for the photographer, the makeup artist, the hair person is not there. Everybody is stuck in that crazy traffic. There was an insane amount of traffic. It's like school closing day. I don't remember what was happening, but there was just an insane amount of traffic, especially on Thika roadside. Traffic was mad. So sat there, had some time to just relax and get over that whole morning rush because I was really excited about that dress. The makeup artist came. She was so gentle. She did my makeup. The hair lady again had an appointment. She couldn't come. She sent a lady over with a wig. The wig was not wigging. So now Kate had to like become the hairstylist. She had to be she had to be everything at this point. She did the hair, she fixed it up, she styled it, and then we started getting dressed. And then we're calling the photographer. He's still in this traffic, like, and it makes sense because I had seen that traffic. Looking royal. The photographer ain't there yet. She's like, this is very inconvenient, and I'm like, I feel you, girl. She's like, we'll do a shoot on my phone. Her phone is actually really great. Just as she's setting up her phone like this, the photographer walks in. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, so now we, started setting up the studio and camera and everything. And it was really good. It was really, really good. It was just the most effortless, sweetest thing I've ever done in my life. That dress. Gives me goosebumps every time. Really. It really gives me goosebumps every time. It was the most beautiful, so royal dress I've ever been in. It felt like a preview of my wedding. I didn't even think I'd be into my wedding dress that much. And guys, I can safely say that's my wedding dress. And if that's not the exact one, Kate is making my wedding dress and it's gonna be around those themes. Okay, that's it. Don't ever be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Trust in the power of destiny. If it's meant for you, it will always make its way to you. End of story time. Angeline Stella.